Are you ready for a seismic shift in the San Francisco 49ers roster? With the 2025 NFL free agency looming, whispers of major moves are already stirring the fan base. Picture this: a star player departing, leaving a void that could change the dynamics of our offense forever. Who will step up to fill those shoes? Stay tuned as we dive deep into the implications of this potential shakeup. If you want to stay on top of all things 49ers, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. The San Francisco 49ers are entering a pivotal moment in their franchise history, and I can't help but feel a mix of excitement and apprehension as we look ahead to the 2025 NFL free agency. After a disappointing 6-11 season in 2024, it's clear that changes are necessary to get back on track. With a new coaching staff led by Kyle Shanahan, who is bringing in Clay Kubiak and Robert Saleh as offensive and defensive coordinators, respectively, the stage is set for a transformation. The recent trade of Deebo Samuel to the Washington Commanders was a shocker. Losing a player of his caliber, someone who's been a cornerstone of this team, definitely leaves a gap, but it also opens up new possibilities. I know many fans are mourning the loss, but we've got over $34 million in cap space now, and it's time to be smart about how we use it. The focus should be on building around our emerging stars, like Ricky Pearsall, who I believe can step up in the slot and fill some of that production void. Now, let's talk about the wide receiver market. There's been buzz about potentially signing Tyler Lockett, who's been a solid performer over his career with the Seahawks. But honestly, I'm torn on this one. While Lockett would provide a cheaper and more consistent option compared to Samuel, I can't shake the feeling that bringing him in would stifle Pearsall's development. This is a critical year for him, and he needs the opportunity to shine. If we want to see him grow into a reliable target, we have to trust him to take on that role without the shadow of an established veteran looming over him. Shifting gears to the defense, we all know that our interior defensive line has been a sore spot. There's talk of a potential reunion with Javon Kinlaw after his successful stint with the Jets, but I have to say, the 49ers should steer clear. Kinlaw had a standout season, posting career-high numbers, but his struggles against the run are concerning. With the likes of Nick Bosa and Leonard Floyd commanding the edges, we need defensive tackles who can hold their ground against the run, and Kinlaw simply doesn't fit that bill. His pass-rushing prowess might be tempting, but at what cost? The last thing we need is another liability in run defense. As we approach free agency, our strategy must be clear. We need to prioritize players who can complement our existing roster and address our biggest weaknesses. I can't stress enough how important it is that we make the right decisions now. This isn't just about the immediate future. It's about laying the groundwork for years to come. The 49ers have a rich history and a passionate fan base that deserves a team that competes for championships. And you? What do you think? Was trading Deebo Samuel the right move? Should we pursue Lockett, or do we trust Pearsall to step up? I want to hear your opinions down below. It's crucial for us to engage in these discussions as fans, as we share the dreams and hopes for our team. As we dive into the latest news surrounding our beloved San Francisco 49ers, the spotlight is on the potential acquisition of safety Julian Blackman from the Indianapolis Colts. With the free agency upon us, the 49ers are poised to make some strategic moves, especially considering the likelihood of losing Talanoa Hufanga. Hufanga, a former All-Pro, has struggled with injuries over the past couple of seasons. But let's not forget that he's only 25 years old. Some team out there is going to see his potential and offer him a lucrative contract, likely a 2- or 3-year deal. Unfortunately, that team might not be us. The 49ers are facing some financial constraints, primarily because most of their available cash is earmarked for extending quarterback Brock Purdy. This brings us to Julian Blackman. As he enters free agency, he represents a more affordable option compared to Hufanga, given that he hasn't made a Pro Bowl or earned All-Pro honors. But don't let that fool you. Blackman has a lot to offer. Over the past 3 seasons, he's played under Gus Bradley, who is now the assistant coach for the 49ers. That connection could play a pivotal role in the 49ers' decision-making process. When you look at Blackman's skill set, it's reminiscent of Jimmy Ward's, who thrived in our defensive scheme under former coordinator Robert Saleh. Blackman excels when he can roam as a free safety, patrolling the middle of the field. Marcus Mosher of the 33rd team writes that Blackman is at his best in that role, but his versatility allows him to play closer to the line of scrimmage when needed. He's a willing tackler, racking up over 85 tackles in consecutive seasons. But it's his coverage ability that makes him such an intriguing target in free agency. At just 26 years old, Blackman already has a solid resume and a wealth of experience in various defensive schemes. With other safeties like Jevon Holland, Trayvon Moehrig, and Justin Reed expected to command big bucks, Blackman might just turn out to be the best value on the market. The 49ers are looking for value this offseason, and I wouldn't be surprised if Blackman ends up being their biggest signing. But let's pause for a moment. Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, adding a player with Blackman's skills and experience could significantly bolster our secondary. On the other hand, I can't help but feel a tinge of disappointment at the prospect of losing Hufanga. His talent and potential are undeniable, but the reality is, the team needs to make smart financial decisions to build a competitive roster for the future. This brings me to the bigger picture. The decisions the 49ers make in the coming days will not only impact the team's immediate performance but also shape our long-term prospects. The pressure is on to find the right balance between maintaining a competitive team and managing the salary cap effectively. And you, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. Are you excited about the possibility of Julian Blackman joining the 49ers? Or do you think we should have done everything possible to keep Hufanga? Every voice in this community matters, and your insights could spark some fantastic discussions. As we gear up for what promises to be a thrilling off-season, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on all the latest developments regarding our San Francisco 49ers. And remember to activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates. The excitement is building, and together, we'll navigate the twists and turns of free agency. Let's keep this conversation going, 49ers faithful.